Guys, Jerry with another epic video. Today, guys, we're going breaking down how to do combo basically correctly with Scareclaw. I'm going to go through multiple different combos with the deck. If you haven't had a chance to check out any of my Scareclaw builds, I'll link them in the upper right. My pure version build and my Tri-Brigade build, and also the build once we get all the cards from Darkwing Blast. I'll link all three of those profiles in the upper right in the YouTube cards. I'll also link my 1,000 subscriber and face reveal video. If you guys have a chance to check that out, make sure you check that video out. I did 5 giveaways in that video. 2 of them are cash prizes, guys. So if you want to know how to do that, plus the $700 worth of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I've been collecting out of all my unboxing videos that I'm giving away, is I go over how to enter in that giveaway in that video too, so make sure you check that out. With that being said, I appreciate all your guys' love and support, and all the new subscribers that we've got to the channel. I definitely appreciate it, guys, and we'll keep the party going, and I appreciate your support. So this one we'll have, I'm going to give the newest booster box tactical masters away, so make sure you guys comment down below what you like about the profile. If you have any questions about something I did or didn't do, let me know down below and I'll be happy to answer your questions. With that being said, we'll go ahead and dive in. So right, let's say you get just any Scareclaw monster, guys. Right, any monster. Doesn't matter. It could even be, you know, the Richard. Doesn't matter which one. We're just going to say we have one Scareclaw on hand, right? And then you have now the aggro. And remember, this is just to teach you how to play the deck. We're not going to pretend that we're going against any negates or anything like this. The whole video is just the point for you to understand the deck. So right, you're going to go the Lit Heart. So the Lit Heart's going to go ahead and trigger. Right, you're going to add the field spell from deck to hand. So right, we're going to go ahead and activate it. We're going to activate the field spell. So at this point, you could pull a few different things, of course, depending on what's in your hand. So what we could go ahead and do here depends on really what you need. Since we only got one Scareclaw monster, unless you have like Parallel Exceed or something, you're probably going to go ahead and grab just the Rich Heart. So we'll pretend that's what we do here. So we'll say we special summon him out in defense. We'll activate his effect. Watch out, Luna. Bad Luna. Sorry, guys. Alright, so activate his effect. Add a rival. Now, if they have other cards in the field, we'll say you could +1 here. Sometimes that's the case because they already have cards in defense. We'll say that's not the case in this situation, so we'll get the arrival. We'll activate arrival. Bring back whatever one you originally summoned, right? So this part, then you're going to go straight into linking all 3 away. Go into the Tri-Heart. And then normally this is where you would go when you go Tri-Heart effect. You would, at this point, you would really want to add the Rich Heart off this. So usually you can go ahead and write, you're going to bring back the one in defense, like one of the level 3s, of course. So then you would pull him to hand, then bring him out, because you have him, that, you know, the one you just brought back, plus himself, special summon, and more likely your opponent's got a card on the field, so you're going to pull using his effect and then draw off that too. So that's really where you want to bring him, is here. But sometimes you know, right, you need it in the combo like we need here to pull for the arrival for the extra extender, if that makes sense. So you just would do that. A lot of the times what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and grab him for the follow-up turn. Like if I was to end on this, I just would pull Rich Heart for next turn, so I have backup. So that's what I would do. I'm not going to go ahead and pull Balloon or Astral to hand. That doesn't make sense, guys. He's a much better I'd rather go ahead and pull him and to have him back up for next turn. So that way, if we, you know, we got his effect and another extender if needed. So that's basically what you can do, not counting spells and traps, just with the monsters itself. It doesn't really matter if they're the same or not the same, because sometimes you'll get 2 the same and then like a 3rd different one, which we'll go through that scenario next. But so right, you just would summon aggro, and then what I always like to do here, guys, is I'll usually go ahead and summon the second one too, just in case. Right when you go to link off, maybe they'll negate and destroy, maybe they gamma or whatever, and destroy when you go into the Lit Heart. So I always like to go ahead and play the second one before I go to link. To me, that's better just because of that specific reason. So that way, if they do destroy it, maybe you have another one in hand, you can summon off it, or use it to go an extender to, like the Umbrage that I play, which is why I play it, especially when we play in Parallel Exceed. So if they do negate that, I go that Umbrage, have Parallel Exceed potentially in hand, and then I still have full combo. So that's why you want to do that. So we'll link him off, right? Activate the field spell, right? So at this point, you could pull a few different things. If we don't already have Rich Heart, you could pull Rich Heart here, or if you want to do a little riskier play, you could go Starfrost. Starfrost would be fine too. Just depending on what your opponent has in your hand, of course, so just make sure you kind of keep that in mind. And summon him. They probably have already got at least one. Usually that's the case for me. So then we'll get to plus a card here, plus pull one. So we're going to pull the Arrival. So at this point we have 7 cards in hand. Guys, that's why I love this deck, because it's so much hand advantage, it's ridiculous. So if you got all 3 of them, right, so then you're just going to, same thing again, right, you're going to link them off, bring out Big Dude, bring back the aggro, repull the other Rich Heart from deck. Also make sure before you use his effect, I got kind of carried away, before you use his effect to bring something back, just in case they try and negate it, make sure you play Arrival first, so that way if they try and bail you or something, or gamma you or whatever the case may be, it's protected, because then you can just remove Arrival from grave. So make sure you guys do that anytime before you use Try Hard. If you have Arrival, you always want to play Arrival first. That way that they'll go ahead and negate it with Crow or whatever, you know, whatever they use to negate it. Right. So just make sure you're kind of keeping that in mind. But that's basically how you would finish with that. It's a very straightforward deck, guys. Really what you want to do is just make sure you're going for the link 3. I see a lot of people, a lot of you guys that I'm talking to in PMs or DMs in the comments, you guys are overthinking the deck. It's extreme aggro. At least that's how I play the deck, and I have a lot of success as you guys watch me, see me play it on stream if you want to watch me play it in person. So like, for example, we'll do something a little more common. So right, so what you guys would do if you get 3 in hand, right? So we're going to go through and do aggro, summon the Astral. Then you're going to link off the aggro. It'll go to grave. You'll go field spell, activate field. You always pull, when you always have the Rich Heart in hand, guys, you always pull the Starfrost. Unless then you just want like maybe the Balloon, but I can bring the Balloon later on when I go to link here for the link 3. So there's no point in pulling it. So I'd rather go ahead and go Starfrost, so this way I can go into Deflor. So at this point, what I would do is add the Starfrost. So what I would do here is go Starfrost effect, destroy the Lit Heart, special summon the Starfrost. You want to put him a little further over, like the furthest most zone, so put him like to the far right. Remember, zones matter with this deck because you need them to be able to special summon your cards. So you can't special summon adjacent to him, but you can, so I can revive him thanks to his other effects. So you'll revive him. Now I can use either spot that he's either side to bring out a Scareclaw. So then you just would go Rich Heart here, pull the Arrival from deck to hand, and then I would plus a card. So we would plus a card on top of that. So you see again, guys, we started with 6. We're already back at 4. So then you just would go synchro these away, go Deflor, and then you'd go Arrival. Right, rival effect. Bring back whatever you want, one of the other ones, right? All you're going to do is link all 3 of them off anyway, just like we've talked about before. Go into your Try Heart. We've already got everything perfect in this place, so Try Heart will go effect. And just bring back, you want to bring back the aggro anytime it's engraved that you're using his effect, so that way you're getting the bonus points for everything being in defense by 300. That should be kind of obvious, but just in case you're not sure which one to bring back, because it is important you bring him back so you get the extra buff of attack. And then you go to pull for him, guys. Unless then we're going to attack for game or something like that, or you're doing multiple stuff. If you know you don't have the cards in hand to finish them, just pull the Rich Heart, attack, and pass. Now, if you know you can finish them, like I did in the one of the videos that I posted on the channel, where I go triple Try Heart in one turn, because remember he's not once per turn, so you can play all 3 of them in one turn and go through and swarm the field. So like, for example, I'll actually do that as we'll do that in the next example. So let's do that real quick. Alright, so let's say you guys open up something like this, just to make it a little bit easier, but you're going to need this many extenders. There's multiple ways you could get to this. It could be that, it could be, reinforcement of the army, it could be map. You could get, not necessarily have to be some of these cards, it could just be, that plus these, or even the field spell for that matter. That's why it's so easy to play, to do these combos, because you have so many cards that get you to the same road. Not counting your rivals and Monster Born that I play too, that you have as additional extenders. So right, so what you guys would do here is we would normal summon aggro first, then you want to go through and summon whichever second Scareclaw you have. You don't want to play the Rich Heart yet, of course, because we want to make sure we conserve him for his effect. So we'll go Astral, and then, you know, standard thing, right? We link him off. Remember, you always link off the one that's in attack mode. And you're doing that to protect yourself, because, right, let's say they negate, destroy, we don't get the field spell. So at least I can special summon this, you know, off of that, right? And then we can continue to play. So just kind of keep things like that in mind. Alright, so we got that. So then we're going to go field spell. So then what we're going to do, you could do a few things since we're going to try and swarm Starfrost from deck to hand, plus it's an extender. So we'll kind of move this out of the way because it's in the way. Alright, so what we would do here then, guys, is I would go ahead and go Starfrost first to destroy. Same as last time. Put Starfrost the furthest most zone. I can't do it where you can see it on camera, but just where you can see it on camera. But just keep in mind it's in the very far right zone in reality. Then you would bring back this, put it next to the Starfrost, or it like kind of in the middle zone. So that way it's got two zones opened up, so you can, you know, spam them if needed. Alright, so then here's where, right, you would go through and do the Rich Heart, special summon it. So then you're going to go pull the Arrival. And you want to do it here too, guys, because this, if they have negates, they're going to go ahead and negate this, which is what you want to do. You want them to waste their negate on either the Light Heart, or you want them to waste the negate on him. Because, right, I'm going to pull this, and then I'm going to plus another card. So now I'm back to 5 cards in hand, and we started with 6. So, right, so now I can Synchro, or we could do, yeah, we could Synchro, go to floor. Alright, so then what you would do here, guys, is just go Arrival, right, activate Arrival, the aggro, same as standard, right, we're just going to link, go into the link 3. You're not going to activate his effect yet. Remember, you're going to trigger the Parallel Exceed. For Parallel Exceed and with the deck plays, make sure you guys put them in the far corner. So it's very important it's over here because remember the zones. So it's going to go there. Then you're going to bring out the other Parallel Exceed. Then you're going to use his effect to bring back one of the others. So you're going to bring him back. And then remember you can bring another one. So one that we haven't summoned yet, which in this case would be the Balloon. So we want to add Balloon from deck from hand because we've not special summoned it yet this turn. So what we can do now, guys, is we can link again. So you would link all 3 of these off, play the second one, create his effect to special summon back the Astral. His effect will activate again to pull the other, we'll pull the other Rich Heart from deck for backup for next turn if somehow they were able to survive this. Highly unlikely. Then what we can do is special summon the Balloon from hand because he hasn't been special summoned yet this turn. And that's it, guys. That's how you basically go for game. Because at this point we have 3 on board, so you have 3 attacks, and we do piercing damage, and plus that's 3, so it's 3, 6, 9, 12, plus their cards, plus they're losing 100 for each one in defense. So that should pretty easily be game. Most cards are weak in defense anyway, so it makes it even easier. And that's not counting if you didn't maybe get like the straddle, because more than likely you drew the straddle at that point. A lot of the times when I plus with the Rich Heart, the card I plus with usually is straddle. But that'll do for this one, guys. Hopefully it cleared up how to play the deck and go through the combos so you understand more clearly how to play Scareclaw going forward. If you have any other questions or any other content you would like to see regarding Scareclaw, comment down below, guys. I appreciate your love and support, and I hope this video helped you. Make sure you guys comment down below so that way and like the video so that makes sure you're part of the giveaway, and I'll catch you in the next one.